Chapter 9, Coding with Scratch 3. Recalling features of Scratch Junior. Features of Scratch 3. Downloading and installing Scratch 3. Opening Scratch 3. Basic components of the Scratch window. Creating a new project in Scratch. Adding and deleting sprites. Adding and deleting backdrop. Recalling features of Scratch Junior. You already know that Scratch JR is a computer application you use to create interactive stories and games. You can make characters, move, jump, hide, and sing in Scratch JR. Although Scratch JR has so many interesting features, it has some limitations too. In Scratch JR, you can add only up to 4 pages to a project, so if you need more than 4 pages in your story, then you cannot complete it in Scratch JR. It has a limited number of characters and backgrounds. It has limited blocks. Features of Scratch 3. Through Scratch 3 is similar to Scratch JR, but it has many more blocks as well as other advanced features that allow you to create more powerful scripts. The blocks are bigger in size. You can easily make changes in a script. Users can see various sprites in the library. When you hover the mouse over a sprite, you can see all the poses of it. Opening Scratch 3. Click on the Scratch 3 icon on the desktop. The Scratch 3 window appears. Basic components of Scratch window. The Scratch window is divided into 3 main sections: a stage area, a blocks palette, and a script area. Block categories, blocks palette. Script area: go, stop, full screen control, stage, sprite. Keywords: interactive, capable of responding to a user's input. Animation is a process to make pictures move. For teachers, to download and install Scratch 3, follow the instructions given at the end of the book. Sprite. In Scratch, a sprite is a character that can move on the stage. The default sprite is a cat. Scratch has a variety of sprites that you can use in your project. Some of them are shown. Did you know? In Scratch, there are 3 tabs: Code, Costumes, and Sounds. The Code tab comprises of Blocks palette, which has all the available blocks in Scratch and allows you to drag blocks into the script area. The Costume tab contains a list of costumes for the selected sprite. You can change the appearance of a sprite by changing its costume. The Sounds tab contains various audio clips. Code, costumes, sounds. Backdrop. Backdrop refers to the background of the stage. There are different backdrops available in Scratch 3. Some of them are shown. Backdrop library. Stage. It is the area in the Scratch window where your sprite appears and performs tasks when you execute the program. Block. It contains instructions for the sprite. Blocks palette. It contains the various instruction blocks from each group. The blocks are put into groups called block categories. Script area. In the script area, you can drag and drop the blocks from the block palette and stack them to create a script for a sprite. Go. Once you have created a script from a sprite, you need to run or execute it to see the output. You can execute scripts by attaching the when green flag clicked events block at the top of a script. You can also execute a script by the Go button. Keywords. Execute. To perform the operations instructed by each block of the script. Stacked. Attached to each other, one below the other. Stop. The user can click the stop button anytime during a project to stop the script. Full screen control. It is also known as presentation mode. It helps you to see the execution of your project in full screen mode. Creating a new project in Scratch. Whenever you open Scratch, a new project is created automatically. However, you can create a new project at any time. Steps to create a new project. Click on the File menu. A drop-down menu appears. Select the New option to create a new project. Adding and deleting sprites. In Scratch, a script is created for a sprite. It is the only object that can move, so every project has at least one sprite. Whenever you start Scratch, the cat sprite appears on the stage by default. You can add another sprite from the library. Keywords. By default, something already available in a program until we change it. Library. A collection of different sprites. Adding a sprite. You can add a sprite in different ways. Move the mouse on the Choose a Sprite option to get different options to add a sprite. Upload sprite, surprise, paint, choose a sprite. The Choose a Sprite option allows you to select a sprite from the library. The Paint option allows you to draw your own sprite. The Surprise option is used to add a random sprite from the library. The Upload Sprite button is used to add an image saved on your computer as a sprite. Steps to add a sprite using the Choose a Sprite option. 1. Click on the Choose a Sprite option to select a sprite from the library. 2. Select and click on the required sprite for your project. Keyword. Random. Selected without any order or plan. 3. The selected sprite will appear on the stage. Deleting a sprite. The user can delete a sprite from the stage if it is not required. Steps to delete a sprite. Select the sprite which you want to delete. Click on the X sign. Techie tip. To delete the sprite, you can also right-click on the sprite and select the Delete option for the menu that appears. Adding and deleting backdrops. You already know that a backdrop is a background image that is shown in the stage area behind the sprite. Move the mouse on the Choose a Backdrop option. You get different options to add a backdrop. Upload backdrop, surprise, paint, choose a backdrop. 1. The Choose a Backdrop option allows you to select a backdrop from the library. The Paint option allows you to draw your own backdrop. 3. The Surprise option is used to add a random backdrop from the library. 4. The Upload Background button is used to add an image saved on your computer as a backdrop. Steps to add a backdrop using the Choose a Backdrop option. 1. Click on the Choose a Backdrop option to select a backdrop from the library. 2. Select and click on the required backdrop for your project. 3. The selected backdrop will appear on the stage. Deleting a backdrop. You can delete a backdrop from the stage when it is not required. Steps to delete a background. 1. Click on the stage icon. 2. Click on the Backdrops tab. 3. Select the backdrop which you want to delete. 4. Click on the X sign. Techie tip. To delete the backdrop, you can also right-click on the backdrop you want to delete and then select the delete option from the drop-down menu that appears. Let's summarize. In Scratch, you can create interactive stories and games. You can make characters move, jump, hide and sing in Scratch Junior. The stage is the area where we can see the sprite. A sprite is an object or character that is placed on the stage. A blocks palette has all the instruction blocks that are used to write a script. A block is a single instruction. A backdrop is a background image that is shown in the stage. You can delete a backdrop from the stage when it is not required.